Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, August 26, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with AEW All In presented live on pay-per-view yesterday from Wembley Stadium in London, England.
Ecstatic. Congratulations to the new world champ, Bryan Danielson. What the hell just happened?
In the main event, Bryan Danielson defeated Swerve Strickland to become the new AEW World Champion. Danielson tapped out Strickland in 25 minutes and 59 seconds to end his title reign at 126 days. This is Danielson's first world title in AEW, and the first world title he's won since his last WWE Championship reign 5 years ago. Will Ospreay defeated American champion MJF, pinning him in 25 minutes and 47 seconds. After winning the match, Ospreay rejected the American title belt, instead reinstating the AEW International Championship. In other title changes, Mariah May ended the 9-month AEW World Women's Championship reign of Toni Storm, defeating her in 15 minutes and 14 seconds. Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, and Wheeler Yuta became the new World Trios champions in the four-way London Ladders match, and Hook regained the FTW title from Chris Jericho. Sting made his first appearance in AEW since his retirement match at AEW Revolution, running in to save Darby Allin after Allin had just lost a coffin match to TNT champion Jack Perry.
Somebody needs to stop. Oh my God!
Ricochet made his AEW debut in the Casino Gauntlet match, which also featured the first in-ring appearance of Nigel McGuinness in nearly 13 years. The match was won by Christian Cage, who became the #1 contender to the AEW World title. In other successful title defenses, Mercedes Moné retained her TBS championship against Britt Baker, and World Tag Team Champions the Young Bucks survived their three-way match against FTR and the Acclaimed. WWE came to Rotterdam in the Netherlands last night for the first time in 5 years as part of its Road to Bash in Berlin house show tour. In the main event, WWE Champion Cody Rhodes retained against AJ Styles. It was the first time the WWE Championship had been defended in the Netherlands since 2016. World Heavyweight Champion Gunther also wrestled on the card, retaining his title against Ilya Dragunov. It was the first time the two had faced off since Dragunov won the NXT UK title from Gunther 3 years ago. In the opener, LA Knight successfully defended the United States title in a fatal four-way against Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa also retained their WWE Tag Team title in a triple threat against A-Town Down Under and the Street Profits. In other results, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill topped Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Tiffany Stratton stole a pinfall victory over Naomi. WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax retained over Bayley, and DIY beat Pretty Deadly. In independent wrestling news, Saturday night's GCW Homecoming show at the Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City featured two surprise appearances. Just 2 days after attending the Cauliflower Alley Club reunion in Las Vegas, John Bradshaw Layfield turned up during the main event of GCW's world title match, taking out Effie with a punch and 2 clotheslines from hell. Effie had run in to prevent GCW champion Mance Warner from winning his 4-way ladder match with Matt Cardona, Joey Janela, and Blake Christian, but JBL's interference allowed Warner to win the match and become undisputed champion. Earlier in the night, TNA Knockouts world champion Jordan Gray showed up to take part in a 4-way match with Megan Bayne, Sawyer Wreck, and Viperous. Her appearance happened after Bayne had issued an open challenge for the match. Bayne went on to win the match, pinning Viperous after a tombstone piledriver. And as we close today, I'd like to make some corrections to yesterday's newscast. When speaking about Saturday's Rev Pro 12th anniversary show during Sunday's report, I incorrectly read 2 results that I'd like to amend now. During Rev Pro's show, it was Mina Shirakawa who knocked off Dani Luna to become the undisputed British Women's Champion, and Luke Jacobs downed Michael Oku to win the undisputed British Men's title. We apologize for the error. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.